Friday evening update. Snow coming into New England. Meteorologist Matt Noyes, 1 degree outside. Weather Network. Look, we have the luxury here, being a digital network, to get a little bit deeper, and that's what we're going to do here, explaining the storm, which is diving to our south, but it's the clash of warm air coming up. That red line's a warm front hitting our cold air, and that's what's creating the snow. It's cold, dry air that's in place. It's a real fluffy snow. Now, in one regard, you say, all right, it's great. It's going to be easy to brush off and go, right? Yeah, it sticks immediately, though. And the other problem here is it's too cold for many treatments. This is a 15-degree, 20-degree snow. So rock salt isn't going to work. A lot of the chemicals that some of the local cities and towns use aren't going to work. Some of the state stuff that's a little magical liquid that goes down might be able to at least make it easier to scrape up, but you're still going to have to scrape it. The biggest burst comes in the first 4 to 5 hours. Once that comes by, it's a lot lighter in intensity. I'm going to show you a radar, but it's going to be dated depending on when you watch this, right? So to get the latest radar, if you're just discovering us, we are all about New England weather. Grab our app. You're going to love it if you love New England weather, but it does work anywhere in the country. 1 degree outside weather on the App Store and Google Play. And check out our streaming network. It is always on. It's New England's first and only weather network on your smart TV, online and on our app. I especially like that lower left corner. We built a bunch of weather maps that I think you're really going to enjoy that update in real time. Okay, radar showing the snow coming out of upstate New York. We had thunder and lightning. We had thundersnow earlier around Johnson City, New York, just outside of Binghamton. Leading edge to the snow is not making it down to the ground. We call that virga. It evaporates because of the dry air. But then all of a sudden, once you saturate the air, it's as bad as it looks. I mean, you go down a half a mile, 3/4 mile visibility as soon as you start crossing into that snow. And that's what's going to happen farther east. It's going to look like it's snowing on radar. And then once it begins, bam, you are into the snow and it comes down hard. So visibility, great out ahead of it. And once you get into it, again, you get that quick drop that happens in moderate to, in some spots, heavy snow that comes down. We'll talk about how heavy in just a second. Temperatures are real cold, and that's part of it. So you're going to get this fluffy snow that adds up quicker than a lot of the recent events that kind of been that sloppy stuff coming through, right? These temperatures will drop even more because the air is dry. So as you add the moisture, it's going to bring that temperature down. That's why I say it's a 15-degree, 20-degree snow. It's interesting. The wind right now is not a factor. It's not going to be. In one regard, though, it may play a role. So notice not doing much of the South Shore. It's going to come in out of the Northeast, which means in Plymouth County, just away from the immediate shoreline by maybe 1 to 3 miles, you're going to add just a little bit of extra moisture. And that may enhance the snowfall totals for you just a little bit versus, let's say, some of your counterparts that are nearby and wouldn't have that same influence, right? Predicted wind gusts never become bad, though. I think we're talking about gusts that go, 10, 15 miles an hour during the overnight. And the pre-dawn, it starts to pick up a little. And yes, admittedly, early tomorrow morning, you get some gusts of 20 or 25 miles per hour. If you're going to be out working in this stuff, dress for the cold. It's going to feel like it's in the single digits in a lot of spots. In terms of the timing, it's in by 10:45 to a lot of eastern parts of southern New England. Once you get to 93, not long after that. Once you get to Route 16, probably not until after midnight. When does it get into Maine? Not really at all. Maybe extreme southern Maine gets a little bit of this. But remember I told you it's that first burst in the first 4 hours or so that you get most of it. So that means by 2 or 3 in the morning, you've kind of rounded the bend. It'll still be snowing, but it's not going to be as strong of a snow anymore at that point. Before that happens, though, to get an inch to 1.5 inches per hour snow across central Mass, certainly possible. Up to 3/4 of an inch or an inch per hour in eastern New England, eastern Mass, certainly a possibility. In Connecticut, could we do 3-inch per hour snow? We could. And if you do that for 4 hours, do you end up with a foot of snow? In some place, you probably do. That may be the case in the southern Berkshires as well. Notice tomorrow morning, it's not really a big deal anymore, just so you know, because it does stick so well to the roads. Some of your local roadways are going to stay snow covered. They're going to be working all night, but they're going to have to scrape that down. It fills in all the little nooks and crannies and crevices on the roadway. This kind of fluffy snow that can fill in the crystallized type stuff. So when you look at this forecast snow map, all right, that deep purple would be 12 inches or more. That's probably going to end up being more localized stuff, but it may bleed over into southern Berkshire County. Generally, it's a big 8 to 12, 6 to 8, 4 to 6, 2 to 4, which includes the Cape and the islands for that matter, because we've got enough cold air to get the job done. And remember, maybe we get a little enhancement from Plymouth to Duxbury to Marshfield to Cohasset, and then coming in, we're inland just a little bit. Farther off to the north, you drop off as you get to Route 16. You drop off into southern Maine. We're into it in southern Vermont, not as big as areas to the south in Connecticut, but nonetheless, we're into it. And then the farther northeast you go, you just got too much dry air. You can't get the job done and get the moisture. Not this time around. It's all right. Maine got plenty of snow with that Christmas Eve snow, didn't you? High temperatures tomorrow. Warm enough to melt? Not really, unless there's treatment down, because with breaks of sun, you'll be able to do that. So where the roads are treated and where they've been scraping, nature's going to help. Absolutely. And then tomorrow night, it all freezes right back in. You get that refreeze black ice type stuff going on. Sunday, expect to find temperatures warming up enough that when the next system comes in after dark, it looks like on Sunday. So if you're traveling during the day Sunday, I think you're fine. It's going to be after dark that we look for this stuff to move in on top of us, and it probably goes freezing rain to rain for interior southern New England, mostly rain at the coast, and snow to mix across the north. If you like what you see here, come back again and again. If you want to support the mission, membership.onedegreeoutside.com, or you can get access to our exclusive content by becoming a member. That's how things look for now. Be careful out there. Just keep in mind, it is going to go downhill pretty quick when that burst comes in, and then you'll be able to improve things again going into the morning tomorrow. Thanks for following 1 Degree Outside. We'll see you with updates as needed.